All right, good evening, Speed Gaming Prime. I'm CD Improv, and joining me in the booth tonight is Nick Has a Game. We are going to be bringing you the match here between Lorgon and Why Do You Look? This is a win or there's a really big tie match for both of our runners, so we'll have to see what happens. How are you doing tonight, Nick?
I'm having a great night here, CD. Yeah, this is a really exciting matchup from two really good racers. Very excited to see what happens here tonight. We've seen fast races, we've had a bit of slogs, and everything across the spectrum. So who knows what's going to happen tonight?
Well, it looks like we're starting in the River Cave, and joining us in the tonight we also have Pedanic Potato, who's doing our tracking in the background. Gotta love the trackers for pushing all those buttons and keeping us up to date.
Our runners
Oh,
starting off heading to Vanilla Start, and they find some rather expensive hints.
how much do you want to bet that means our large secret's going to be 51 rupees, and we
That's
will
how it always
not be
is.
able to afford any of them?
Oh, yeah. And I'm
Is
sure
that
those hints are bow and silver and ladder.
well, I mean, those are like the three things that we really want to know where they are, but I'd be more than willing to bet that we're going to get airplane jokes. All right, so it looks like we're going to have pretty much the same exploration path here from our runners. And the funny part is even though we start on the river screen, we still have to cross there, go back in, check the cave, and then continue on our way. We're going to find arrow store, meat, and a shield.
Meat in the Windies. That seems kind of appropriate.
I mean, yeah, as long as it's a good like triple cheeseburger, I'm happy. All right, here we go. We're gonna find our first little bit of money. 12 rupees. Uh-oh. I think I think the game is gonna have some fun with us tonight. Let's see. All right, we're gonna get Death Armos checks here from both of our runners, assuming they actually make it past the Octoroks, who this screen with just about any mob is kind of annoying because they'll walk up, do exactly that, and then just make you dance around them. Why Do You Look is gonna make it into a very pink level 6, and Lorgon's gonna win the money-making game for plus 28.
An early gambit when all you've got is about $10, it can sometimes really pay off for you.
Yeah, I mean that was pretty good. If we come across like a bomb shop or anything we can spend money on, that's going to be fantastic really early. I don't think our candle can roll down quite that low, but it's at least halfway. Oh, there's whiz robes in that pink 6.
And Lorion is out of there.
Oh yeah, I can't say that I blame him one bit. Why Do You Look is going to find a very not kind door repair. Yeah, Trails, there's can, and then there's actually happens in the randomizer. So we'll see. Just think about how often you see a 1 rupee bomb pack.
Ooh, a 23 on the door repair tonight. That's not looking good.
Yeah, that's a little gross. That's a little unfortunate. We've got 21 rupee bombs, though, so that's like right in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, that's all right. That's not as terrible as it could be. We can't buy it with our small secret. We can't even buy half of it with our small secret.
Lorgon stares longingly at that pack. He's 4 shy, and we've seen from him before. Sometimes he'll employ the CD strat of leaving money in the caves until he's cleared out some of those nastier door repairs. We'll see if he does that here tonight.
I've said it a few times. It's only what I do because I can't finish the game without a ring. Or if I'm playing a boomstick seed. I think we all know I do not care about winning, losing, or anything else. I just want the book and the boomstick. Like, let me have bombs.
Mid secret rolling up by 6, so a little bit of promise.
I mean, technically the 12 rupee small is larger than the vanilla game, but at the same time, if you're gonna get like a larger small secret, you want the full 20. You want that whole 20 rupees. Another level on Lorgon's side is a very gray level 8. We're gonna pirouette the door. And let's see what this enemy set's gonna be. Now, if you're one of our runners, you're really, really hoping it's the bats, and well, nope. That hope was dashed very, very quickly. You wanted the level 1 enemy set, not necessarily the Dark Nuts potentially ladder blocked enemy set. Alright, with no sword, there's not much we can do in there. We don't even have a candle. So our runners are... I'm kind of wondering why they're both going this way. Maybe they're going to go down to the bottom of the coast and they work their way up. That guy is just giving Lorgon the runaround here. He's like, no, I'm going to make you go the entire way.
And you were right. Looks like Why Do You Look is heading in the direction of the open cave on the coast.
Yeah, this is some different routing, but I kind of appreciate this. Why Do You Look is going to be the first of our runners to find the wood sword. Lorgon is going to find the any roads. So as long as he can actually get back down there, he maybe should find his wood sword pretty quickly. We got Death Mountain access. All right, we got the top northeast of the map. And then, okay, there's nothing directly near our start screen, but it still gives us pretty good mobility when we get back there. Lorgon is going to choose to pop out of not take the any road back, and just kind of walk across the screen, so it might be a little bit longer before he finds that wood sword. And thank you very much to Freedom Fighter in chat for noting that there was a raft hanging out on the coast. There's okay, we got a blue banana as our most item.
Not a very giving overworld so far.
Yeah, no, it really, it's really just saying no. It's like, nah, I'm gonna make you work for it. Now, this boomerang's really good on this type of a screen, because otherwise those levers are just gonna pin you in the staircase and you're not getting out.
Lorgon probably planning to clear the rest of the open caves up here, but from there, I'm thinking he might end up in the Lost Hills rather than heading down the coast.
Well, Lorgon's actually one of our runners who doesn't actually screen scroll. So what we need to kind of have happen for Lorgon is for him to decide to go south so he can get his sword. Because when you go into the Lost Hills, a lot of runners, we like to leave that for way later in the game, because there's really no way out other than up and A-ing or walking the entire way and dodge, Brian, dodge. A level up here would be really great. Sail not to save the princess. We do not need a raft tonight. Now, Why Do You Look is going to employ the save retry, especially since those hints are 2 screens away from our start. Lorgon's going to find a blue candle in the take any. Oh no! And then he's going to unfortunately up an A. He wants to go back and check a lot of these burn bushes. And I can't say that I fault this. It's just we happen to know that wood sword is waiting on the other side of the map. Did anybody see that second hint?
Yeah, it was a great hint for Why Do You Look Manhandla with the ladder tonight. That's going to be level 3.
Okay, ladder in 3 is not terrible. Let's see if he goes back. Did he get all 3 of the hints, or is he doing that right now? Trying for maybe a bomb. Well, all right, we got quite a few swords chucked at our face there.
Lionel's not getting the message that this overworld is not being all that friendly already.
Well,
They're just making a bad matter worse.
But the Lionels are technically doing their job. Oh, and thank you, Freedom Fighter in chat. Apparently we don't have 59 rupees, so we cannot purchase the third hint at the moment. Alright, now Lorgon is doing the smart thing. He's burning along the coast in the other side of the forest, so hopefully this gets him around to the open caves off the side of the coast that he hasn't seen yet, which is where the sword is. Alright, meanwhile, Why Do You Look is going to go ahead and take advantage of having the sword, and he's trying to kill as many of these blue Octoroks or bomb droppers as possible, but nobody is, as of yet, cooperating and giving us explosives. We've got to take any heart from Lorgon.
Yeah, that Take Any Heart putting Lorgon at the bottom, and there's a $62 candle, which
You need a
he
candle to
already.
get.
Yep.
I mean,
That's great.
the game doesn't care. There will be, so the game logic will give you access to one candle. It doesn't guarantee anything else. It's like there will be at least one candle that you have access to somewhere on this map when you have not removed most, when you have extra candles on. Otherwise, if you just have like the regular flags on, there will be a candle store that you can get to.
Now, with that extra heart, that does give Lorgon a 1 in 3 chance. If he wanders into the White Sword Cave, he'll find a white sword tonight, of chance of picking that up as his first sword.
That's always nice, especially in this flag set. I find it funny. I was reading. Oh, there's a really, really good chance of picking up that white sword, which you totally know is going to be on a raft spot, right?
Absolutely.
But yeah, I was reading some of the race comments the other day, or the comments in the Discord, and I loved the fact that Dave was like, yeah, I haven't picked up a wood sword in any of these flags.
And hey, if that White Sword Cave is on a raft spot, the raft ladder block, and here Lorgon is in level 3, where Why Do You Look is already shown with a hint that the ladder is somewhere inside.
All right, Why Do You Look is going to find that candle, find an accessible candle, stacking totally words, an accessible candle store. He's going to spend all of his rupees to pick up that blue candle, but that's actually really good for him because he's going to be able to burn the forest. He's going to find the Take Any Heart, I think, on this screen, maybe? Yeah, and that's going to give him a very small chance of being able to pick up that white sword. Now, Lorgon did manage, he's trying to employ the candle strats against the enemies here in 3. He's going to work the boomerang in, which is a really good call since they are their vanilla HP. When you split the Zol, you'll be able to kill the gels with the boomerang, and then he's going to be like, all right, level 3, I'm leaving for a minute. And almost gets shot in the corner by the Lionel. All right, Why Do You Look has gone ahead and entered level 3. He's got 4 hearts, a wood sword, the blue boomerang. Now, you're not thrilled to see the Wizrobes, but if you have to choose between the oranges and the blues, you can take the oranges because they're going to stay, like, they're going to stay on that line in the dungeon. Their spawn isn't broken, which means that, you know, there's a greater chance you can kill them. And yes, if you do get a hint, it will be true. So our hints are mixed tonight, which means there's a really good chance you're going to get a joke about a movie or a community joke or one of those things. We like those. They're fun. Meanwhile, Lorgon's heading in the direction of his wood sword cave and to be able to see the raft on the coast. Uh-oh. No, go the other way! He's trying again for bombs. All right, you still got one open cave down here, Brian. Go get yourself a stabby weapon.
He's probably thinking, if I'm heading to the coast, I want some bombs so I can do the south side, but it'll come a lot easier once he picks up this sword right here.
Yes, yeah, just get in there, get yourself a sword, and then, you know, maybe go back and farm the bombs off the bomb droppers. Now, a really nice thing for our runners, oddly enough, even though I don't know how Why Do You Look feels about that blue boomerang, use the blue boomerang to stun these guys in place, and then throw your candle at them if you don't have a sword, because it will at least hold them in place long enough for that candle flame to do damage. Hey, we got bombs! Otherwise, trying to pin these guys with just the candle flame is a little difficult. We have another Take Any from Why Do You Look? I think Lorgon already found this one. Yeah.
And looks like he's going to be heading in the... nope, he's going to check this one burn spot here, and maybe then he'll take those bombs down to the coast.
Yeah, it's... see, the coast is another one of those spots that it's like... it's a little difficult sometimes to route it in. Right now, the only 3 checks he has down here are now the coast spots. So it makes sense to go ahead and check the coast, but at the same time, you only have 4 bombs. You don't want to lose them. Lorgon's going to find his last Take Any and pick up his last heart, which guarantees that he'll be able to pick up the white sword once we find it. I was going to laugh if it was inside of Monocle Rock there, as Why Do You Look's going to find level 5 down on the coast. Really good color. We're going to pirouette the door. Lorgon managed, I don't know if he bought them, but he managed to get some bombs. And apparently Guria grumbles by a lake today. And since that's, what, level 6, we definitely already know that's true because it's the Death Armos screen. Oh, actually, no, it's not. I'm sorry. They named everything with G's in this game, which cracks me up. That's actually level 7, so 7 is going to be by a lake. Alright, so this is actually with beams... Oh, no, it's a push block. Alright, I would have been tempted to try to set up a Kananiki in that room, but that single push block just kind of ruined it.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, this is not a great room, especially since we don't have a way to kill the people in the middle of the moat room. Oh, now we do. Just Oh, no. Game. Well, we had a way. We sadly no longer have a way. Alright, Lorgon is going to go ahead. I think he's going to head into the Lost Hills right now. This is a pretty good time to route this in for him, because he's already done all the rest of the caves in the northeast corner of the map, so he's going to walk up the mountain.
Why do you look popped into that room again? Forced one of the Gurias to the outer rim of the room, but I think this other one is going to stay put.
Yeah, they usually... The last one usually likes to just stay in the middle of the river, and you're like, really? Could you maybe not? Can you just come this way, buddy? Though that moat room actually does give us a bit of information. There has to be a way into the bottom of that room, the room below it, so there might be a bomb wall that we haven't seen yet. And to answer a question in chat, it wasn't necessarily things blocking level 3, but with Wood Sword and 5 or 6 hearts, we really aren't yet ready to take on a Wizrobe dungeon. And 3 is unfortunately full of Wizrobes. Hey, Lorgon's gonna find level 4 up at the Vanilla White Sword Cave.
I'm sure he's crossing his fingers for a little bit easier of an enemy set here as he finds a staircase here, but usually these early ones might indicate that we could have a segmented level. Let's see if it's actually an item.
I think it's gonna be an item because we have 2 visible doors, but we'll find out.
You are right.
Ooh, it's my favorite item in the entire game. Yeah, that's a red ring for Lorgon. Lorgon now has a little bit of a defensive advantage as opposed to Why You Look. He has the red ring quadruples the amount of hearts that you have, and it means that you can be a little less careful with your combat. Alright, kind of curious we have not yet seen a large secret, have we?
No, we haven't.
Like we've seen smalls, we've seen a couple of mediums, but we have just not any large. Ow, poor Why Do You Look gets sniped by that Lionel.
And the longer we go, the more I'm starting to think Death Mountain could be where all the money is hiding tonight.
And to answer a question in chat, that can take the level 3. Yes. With the red ring, you'd be more prone to go into that level, though I think I would continue searching at the very least a couple more of these easy caves, because if you find the white sword, taking the white sword and the red ring into level 3 would make a lot more sense than the wood sword.
And Lorgon, without that ladder hint, has no particular strong reason to go into level 3 versus any other, so he's going to probably keep clearing some overworld, maybe dig up level 1 as a place he wants to dive into further.
Oh, poor Why Do You Look gets sandwiched in between some Octoroks. And yeah, I agree. I would want to find the smaller levels. I'd at least want to finish as much of 4 as I possibly can, because that way you don't have to come back to this level. Because, I mean, we're up at the White Sword Cave. This isn't really an easy place to get to. Oh, look, another moat room, and our map's on the other side. Alright, so if I'm... Oh. I was going to say, if I'm Lorgon, I go back down, go to the room to the left or the right, and then try bombing up, because you can see that there's another way into that tea room, and, you know, that at least gets you the rest of the dungeon. Well, there's a key door here that we haven't tried yet, so we'll see. All right, so this is gonna get Lorg on the map. This looks like a very strange-looking giraffe. Or like well, no, yeah, maybe a goat, like a mountain goat. Really good bomb wall there for Lorgon, and then he's gonna find a whole room of orange dark nuts who are bomb droppers when they remember. That's the giant disc dinosaur in Horizon Zero Dawn. Okay, that is a very good game, by the way. Alright, Lurgon's gonna take advantage of the blue boomerang, get himself a key, and continue up the neck of whatever in the world this is. And, well, yes, there is a portion of 4 that is ladder blocked.
I think he's got 1 or 2 more rooms back down here. He might check real quick before taking the Triforce and getting out of here for now.
Hey, there's level 9 on Why Do You Look's side. And that was an instant Ganon. That's why we can still hear him. Instant Ganon means that Ganon is within 1 room of the entrance to level 9. There's another key for Lorgon.
Not always instant walk into, as we'll sometimes see you have to walk through half of level 9 just to reach that room next door to the lobby.
Or the magical staircase that takes you down in that direction. Because that's my favorite, is when you can, like, you can walk in, you can walk up a room, you can walk to the left, you can still hear him, but you can't bomb down.
And Why Do You Look finds our first large secret in the Dead Woods, only 82 tonight.
Ouch. I would think about saving and maybe going and checking that last hint, since we were technically on our start screen. Anyway, Lorgon is going to get a really nice clock here in this room full of orange dark nuts and mummies in pajamas to go ahead and finish clearing this. And he's going to get another key. Now, these keys are not a bad thing for Lorgon, especially this early in the game. Okay, clear this out, make sure this isn't your item drop, and if it is, well, you're gonna need a ladder possibly to come back and get it if it's any good.
Now is when these any roads start coming in handy, and Why Do You Look's gonna head back to the Lost Hills area.
Chat's meaner than I am tonight. Chad is hoping that it is silvers on the other side of this moat room. Turns out it's a whole bunch of nothing. Alright, now, if I remember correctly, we're about to see, there's a Chevy room between Lorgon and his Triforce in level 4. So we are going to need the ladder out of 3 in order to go back into 4 and get the Triforce and quite possibly the second item. Yes, it could still be silvers, but they could be ladder blocks. See, the thing about silvers, though, is there are so many different places that they can be. In this flag set, important items cannot be in level 9, so that kind of decreases the odds of certain items being outside of it. So you have to have Raft Recorder, Power Bracelet, and Ladder outside of 9. That takes up a really good chunk, Bow as well. That takes up a really good chunk of the item spots in some of these dungeons.
Why Do You Look evens up the heart score. He still has 1 take any out there because he opted to buy a candle.
Yeah, that was actually a really good call on his part, but it was just kind of, it was also timing. Lorgon he didn't have the money to be able to buy the candle when he finally found the candle store. Plus, he'd already taken it out of the take any. But yeah, that was a very good call on Why Do You Look's part, because it's going to save you time. You're going to be able to pick up all these hearts and qualify for the White Sword all that much faster, and you might actually get to take, a potion out of your last take any. Alright, Lorgon's gonna come through and burn Candle Row. Yeah, we're gonna get some money. This is good. Now, if I'm Lorgon and I come across the, if I come across an arrow shop, I'm picking up arrows, like 10 to 1. You don't know where your silvers are, you don't know where your bow is, you don't know if maybe the silvers are underneath the regular arrows. So you kind of want to pick it up while you've got the money to do it, or at the very least, buy a potion. because I do believe we saw potion prices on there. There's the potion letter, by the way, for Why Do You Look?
Yeah, potion prices weren't too bad. I think 40 and 72. So no, not that far off vanilla, but still a lot of money compared to what is out here in Hyrule today.
Yeah, and Lorgon's already got 4 keys, so unless I come across a really cheap key, I would just go ahead and be like, okay, I'm going to pick up a potion. Why Do You Look is also going to find 4 at the Vanilla White Sword Cave. He's going to get his relatively immediate red ring. Isn't this the nicest present that 4 could possibly give you?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Otherwise, I don't think our runners were going to be in a good position to be able to purchase a blue ring at all.
Yeah, no, not with the not with the money we were seeing. And Tarkus, there's nothing, or Tharkus, there's nothing romantic about it. The red ring gives you a defensive advantage. It gives you 4 times, there's the arrow purchase from Lorgon, very good call. It gives you 4 times the amount of hearts that you have compared to, you know, Green Tunic, which gives you absolutely no defense. That red ring is going to let our runners go back into, yeah, that's the room that's, okay. Yeah, we're ladder blocked from the Triforce and 4, for sure. But yeah, that red ring's going to give us a better chance of living against some of these dark nuts and Wizrobe dungeons that we have to go into, including level 3, which has our ladder tonight.
Why Do You Look lingering in level 4, hoping to find that second item, but I don't think he's going to be able to dig that out either, since Lorgon seemed to check just about every room he had access to, except for a few near the top that were also ladder blocked.
Yeah, so we definitely need the ladder. The silvers could technically still be in 4. They could be on the floor somewhere above that that moat room. Lorgon's going to find level 9, and he should be hearing Ganon right about now as well. Ganon's like, hey, you, come back. And we're like, yeah, we gotta go get a couple of things first, thanks. But yeah, this is actually good for Why Do You Look? Level 4, relatively small. The enemy set, especially now with the red ring, not going to be too terrible. And if you clear quite a few of these rooms, you're going to get a key, like a key advantage. So Lorgon's up to 4 keys. You find level 1. Level 1 likes to eat every single key that it can get its hands on. So this is kind of going to benefit you in the end, or you could take them back to 3, where I know we saw at least 1 key door behind a room full of Wizrobes. Alright, Lorgon is going to go ahead, walk through the maze, and head up towards the grave. We haven't really seen anything up there, or of Death Mountain for that matter. And he's already back up to 82 rupees after having bought those wooden arrows. So again, you come across a key store, go ahead and buy yourself a key. Like, buy yourself something nice before you end up finding the remaining door repairs. And I think hints may or may not count as nice.
Well, those hints are quite a bit of a trek away from start, and if you want to save scum those hints, you're going to have to make a very long walk, and you'll probably want to run them all at once.
Well, very true, but I don't think I'd save scum them. So, like a lot of veteran runners, you'll notice, if we run across the hint shop and we can afford to at least buy 1 hint, we're gonna buy 1 hint. Like, there was a 25 rupee hint in that cave, and now Lorgon actually does have the money to go pick up that entire cave worth of hints, and I would be thinking about it.
Oh, but it looks like he wants to keep pressing on in Death Mountain.
Yep, and to answer a question in chat, yeah, no, screen scrolling will never be required to beat a seed. Neither will block clipping or ladder clipping over a moat room. And I will kind of disagree with Trails there. We actually have quite a few veteran runners who are competitive and fast, including Chest Jerk, who they don't screen scroll. So, I mean, it's all personal preference. If you get your combat to the point where, you know, you are not dying, you're making it through these dungeons, and you're taking on rooms that are amazing, then you don't actually need to do any of the tricks. You don't need to, because it's not required to beat the game. Does it make life easier? Sometimes. Hey, level 7! Wow, is that purple? Magenta? I'm gonna call that magenta. Or like grape jelly?
Yeah, it was promised by the lake, and here it is in the forgotten spot.
I mean, yeah, that makes perfect sense. Ooh, come on. Nice bomb from Lorgon to get 2 Dodongos at once. Now, this is a potential staircase room. You know, odds are it'll end up being the transport. Come on, why do you look? Get the middle hint. Team middle for the win. Or we're going for the really expensive one, which is just going to be the numbers for Lost. I love that one. I do enjoy that one. Another nice bomb from Lorgon there. Sadly, this is not a transport staircase. Use the key. You've got it. You might as well. Was the second hint on why do you love? Feat of strength will lead to the white sword. All right, our white sword is underneath the power bracelet tonight. All right, Lorgon's gonna get a bomb refill. He's gonna leave it there. He can't really pick it up just yet. We're gonna find Zelda's room full of Gurias. And here you go. Why do you look? Just spent a ton of money on hints, and he's now already back up to, what is this, like 140 something?
Mm-hmm. And I agree with you. If he comes across some arrows at this point, he might as well spend that money on something before the door repairs start swallowing it up again.
Exactly. Now, unfortunately for Why Do You Look, he does not have any bombs at the moment. So he's not going to be able to check the bomb spot over in the grave unless we find a bomb store up here. Because that's another thing you would most definitely buy right now. Like, you're out of bombs. I don't care that they're 21 rupees. You're out of bombs and you're in Death Mountain. You would buy them. Or that key. That key looks pretty nice. Just sitting there. There you go. Go get it. Go get it. Good job.
Lorgon continues chipping away at level 7, and it's much more agreeable Guerrilla enemy set.
Yeah, this is the, like, if you have to dig 7, this is the perfect enemy set for it. Like, in this flag set, this is great. We're going to get some more bombs. Look at how many bombs this level 7 is just giving away.
That tells me it probably doesn't have much of anything else good in here.
So, a banana and a red candle?
I like those. That sounds like a great set.
All right, it looks like Why Do You Look is heading back in the direction of level 5, which is on the coast. Hey, that's neither of those things.
Well, that's a great piece of offensive upgrade for Lorgon. He's essentially got his white sword now, since we now know the white sword will remain hidden under a power bracelet spot for a while.
Well, unless one of our other levels we haven't found. Maybe level 1 will be under there too. We'll put level 1 under one power bracelet, and we'll put the white sword underneath another one. All right, now if you're Lorgon, what you kind of want to see right now is the map. That key is really nice, but there's a lot of potential bomb walls here in this level 7. So you've got 8 bombs, a couple of them on the floor. Why Do You Look is going to go ahead, re-enter level 5, and again with that red ring, he's going to find a heart on the floor. Red ring, 2 keys, wood sword. We're in pretty good shape. Even in that room, we don't have to clear it. We just have to grab the 5 and just keep on walking. Now Lorgon is playing our favorite game, Find the Magic Bomb Wall. It's our favorite game within a game. Why Do You Look is going to do a really great job of refilling his bombs against this Dodongo. He entered the room with 4. He lost 1 and then came out +2. So this is good. Okay, thanks Freedom Fighter. Yeah, I think one of them was a vanilla any road? I didn't think so. Oh yeah, 3. It's the one in the top northeast corner. Very true. More bombs, just in time. Now, I would seriously be thinking about that key, that key door there. This sadly is not going to be anything. Maybe bomb north, yeah. See if this goes anywhere. Otherwise, go take the key door. Triforce and potential staircase here for Why Do You Look in 5. It is the transport. I think I take it. Take it, see if you can find the staircase item. Or at the very least a map. So go ahead and kill these snakes and see if something drops in the corner. To answer a question in chat, Lorgon has a very slight offensive upgrade with the wand, and the wood arrows, but otherwise they're even. Nobody has any Triforces yet. Why do you look just walk past one, so he'll be able to get it. But more importantly, nobody has any of the necessary items to beat the game at the moment.
Absolutely. But one thing Why Do You Look does have that Lorgon does not have yet is knowledge of the ladder location, which we're seeing a couple places where we're going to need that ladder tonight.
Very true. It's going to make life a little bit easier, and I don't think we're going to be too... Oh, Why Do You Look doesn't have any keys. Shoot. We're going to possibly have to come back into 5. There we go, guys! We got a Triforce on the board. And we have calls in chat that 7 looked like a chunky vanilla first quest 8. I can see that. A blob or a toad holding the number 1. Okay. I like that last one. That's pretty good. Alright, Why Do You Look is going around the corner. He's kind of headed in the direction of level 3 with all of its lovely and wonderful whiz robes. Lorgon, you have a ranged weapon.
That map definitely helping Lorgon figure out where he wants to drop his few remaining bombs.
Oh, well, I mean,
Ooh.
we're going to drop one here and then buy that.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Oh, we didn't even get to try to bomb out of the bomb upgrade room. I'm a little sad.
+5, not too bad.
Yeah, +5 is definitely great. We're going to get another key. Why Do You Look is going to re-enter the lovely, bright, goldenrod yellow Wizrobe dungeon of 3. And we're going to find a heart in a staircase. I know, it was a blank. That's why I'm sad. Because normally, you know, you use as many bombs as you possibly can before you buy the bomb upgrade, but we didn't have anything to use it on. We are going to have the compass here on Lorgon's side. Doing a great job on Why Do You Look side of using those blocks to your advantage to do half-tile combat with the orange Wizrobes. Now, what I would do is exactly what it looks like Why Do You Look is going to do. Stand in the door, kill as many of the oranges as you can, save the room, and then shuffle the enemy set. When you do that, it's going to replace some of those enemies with whatever the dominant enemy happens to be in the room. And since these are vanilla sets, it would be the vanilla enemies, but I don't remember what those are. But at the very least, get this room down to like a single blue Wizrobe, because then you can just, you know, stab him around the bubbles and life is good. Yeah, Charles, I think it is the blue, but it's been so long, I just don't remember. Hug the pancake. Use the pancake armor.
Yeah, especially with that red ring, it's only a quarter of a heart to hide under there.
Yeah, exactly. And then the floor can't shoot you, the Wizrobe can't hit you, and that other pancake can't do anything until the first pancake is dead. I mean, never underestimate the pancake armor, and unfortunately, you cannot use the banana on the Wizrobe. So that would be nice. You can, in A Link to the Past, I believe you can stun them. Alright, Lorgon is still trying to get over in the direction of his Triforce. Now he's checking some of these other rooms to kind of maybe see if there's really nice things like a free key just sitting there. I'm wondering if he doesn't realize that he's already got the compass? Maybe he's looking for transport? Oh, look at all these keys though. Alright, this is okay. Alright, I mean, these keys in the bomb refill is not terrible. Why Do You Look is continuing to work his way here through 3. Now this is a place where that wand would come in handy. If you hit both the A and the B button with the wand and the sword selected, you can do both the damage of the wand and the sword, which makes it a much faster clear than just the wood sword. Great room. There's the transport staircase for Lorgon. Okay, maybe that was the only way to get down there. No, Ceci, I think he couldn't bomb. Because he's kind of been in this area, but he wasn't actually able to get to the, he wasn't able to get to the Triforce. So I'm wondering if maybe that, if maybe the transport stair was the only way he could find to get down there. Just don't get grabby-handed. There is a staircase for Why Do You Look, and level 3 is segmented. Yay!
Seeing
Oh,
that
no!
a lot, yeah.
Ah, rude
Oh.
game. We're gonna have to use one of those. We gotta use one of those keys. I think Lorgon's gonna clear the room to see if it drops a key in return. It does not. Why Do You Look just pick something up off the floor? It was not a key. I'm wondering if it was bombs. Oh, look at this shape. This is beautiful. Alright, we're back in the Triforce room. Well, maybe he just forgot. I mean, it happens. You're 40 minutes into a race. You haven't gotten a single Triforce yet. You might be a little panicky. There you go. Think about it. You got the wand. There you go, Brian. Just go get the Triforce. There you go. Good job. Just hug the Triforce. Brian has now gotten his first Triforce out of level 7 and is on his way. Really nice Kananaki from Why Do You Look there. Not the easiest to pull off. Alright, we're gonna have... Is this a potential item staircase in 3? Because I think we started in the bigger chunk, and then that took us down to this area.
Meanwhile, Lorgon, out of 7, he's got more than enough bombs to clear all of Death Mountain.
But yeah, that was a really good Kananaki from Why Do You Look, because he had to split the Vires to be able to get the Kananaki by killing the keys with the blue boomerang. Lorgon's going to go ahead, buy a potion before hitting any remaining door repairs and having them take away his money. And then Why Do You Look is going to leave level 3. I think he might have run into a key door, but I can't be 100% certain. Alright, meanwhile, we are still looking for, I believe it's just levels 1 and 2. Oh, well, we found one. Or 2. We found 2. It's a lovely blue color. It's all the way up in Death Mountain. Why Do You Look is going to find his last remaining take any pick up by heart. This is a beautiful color for a level 2. I like this.
Very calm and relaxing.
Yeah, it's so chill. It's beautiful. Like these chilled fire Moldor... are these Moldorms or land molas in this game?
Lorgon, you have a wand.
He likes the sword beams. I mean, you know. He likes the sword beams. It's okay. They're doing the job. I mean, the wand would be a little bit faster.
Meanwhile, whenever I pick up a wand, I totally forget that I have a sword.
Well, there you go. I mean, it does a lot of... oh, free bomb wall at the same time, as he's going to get the map for this... I say it's a fishing worm in level 2.
A beautifully unsegmented level 2. I think Lorgon's rather relieved, and he's hoping to work his way through here, pick up 2 items off the floor. There's the Triforce. He's going to keep digging a little deeper.
Yeah, see, so... Why Do You Look has now found level 7. Level 7, he's going to find the... Wow, he doesn't have keys. Uh-oh. So here's where Lorgon digging those extra rooms in 7, oddly enough, is going to come in handy. He still has a ton of keys. He's got a lot of keys right now. He just used 1 when he was coming in the door, but he has 3 keys as opposed to Why Do You Look having 0 at the moment. And there's no Kananaki for that one. Link to the Past Ken. Triforce is not in their own Triforce room. It's coincidental if the Triforce ends up being in a Triforce room in this flag set. It's not one of the built-in. It's not one of the built-in flags. There's a heart on the floor.
Yep, we found 2 in consecutive rooms here, and that's going to do it in 2 for Lorgon. He'll run a couple rooms back, grab the Triforce, and he will continue his search of Death Mountain.
Now, here's the nice thing for Lorgon. He's also only 1 heart away from the very small chance of being able to pick up the magical sword, which, since we got a hint on Why Do You Look side, the white sword's actually blocked by the power bracelet today, so I don't know that we're going to be getting that. Triforce out of 2 for Dr. Brian Lorgon 111, and Lee's gonna finish checking Death Mountain because we're still looking for level 1, and we're kind of running out of places. We still have East Death Mountain. We have all the power bracelet spots except for 1, actually 2, because we know one of those is going to be the White Sword, and one of those is Any Road. And we got the hint that the raft is not required to save the princess, so the raft spots are absolutely nothing.
To answer a question in chat, yep, both our runners have seen Mags, so they are fully aware of where it is. But only one of them knows that the White Sword is not going to be easy to come by tonight.
Well, I mean, at this point of the race, you're kind of like, alright game, can I have a White Sword? Can I have a White Sword? Can I have a White Sword? To answer your question in chat, raft spots can have a dungeon, but they do not tonight. Randomly, nothing rolled there. Like, it's probably a secret or a door repair or a potion shop or something, but it's not going to be anything that is required to beat the game. Uh-oh. Well, we kind of need a power bracelet or a recorder. I believe, because I think Why Do You Look has bombed, yeah. Have we bombed the one that Lorgon is headed towards right now? Is the only one I can think of maybe not seeing. Yeah, we need a power bracelet, or we need a recorder, I think.
Now, Lorgon has not seen that hint that the raft is not required, so he might soon start thinking that he needs that to get to one of the levels, and
It's quite possible, but here's the fun. In a roundabout sort of way, that's going to kind of work out for Lorgon. Because it will force him back into the smallest dungeon he still has items in. And with the red ring, that many hearts, a wand, and a bunch of bombs, you can go back to 3, no problem. So in a very weird roundabout sort of way, the fact that level 1 is blocked by, potentially, in Lorgon's mind, the raft after he finished checking all of these spots, that could work out in his favor, because it's going to send him back into a dungeon he wouldn't want to go back into this quickly. I think we're about to see the hint buy from Lorgon. Gosh, these are so expensive. Why Do You Look is on his way to find level 2. There is the raft hint for Brian. He's gonna have to up an A, retry. Brian, you're out of money. You're out of money. It's not Spelunky. We sadly cannot steal the hints in this game. Yeah, the expensive one was a joke. I love it when that happens. It's like, you're never gonna, like, just give us a real hint on that one. Or it's always a hint that doesn't make any sense. There's the hint about the ladder. This is actually really, really good for Lorgon, and I think definitely forces him back in the direction of level 3. Check this spot, make sure it's not level 1, as Why Do You Look is going to find level 2, and then I think we see Brian up a retry, or is he's just gonna go?
I think he's got a... did he burn all these spots, or...?
Yeah, he opened these on his first, or second attempt to get to the coast, before he actually had the sword. Because Lorgon, unfortunately, took the any roads, took a little bit of a diversion, and then it took him a little bit longer to get back to his sword, but really, in the end, it hasn't hurt him that much. Though, right now, unless we're fairy fountaining, he's kind of headed in the direction of level 8.
He's gonna maybe take a fill and up an A? No.
Nah, well, 5 is over here, 3 is all the way at the Armos spot. Like, you just gotta keep walking until you can't walk anymore. But this is level 8. Okay, we're not going in 8. That makes me feel better. I think we're just taking a very roundabout path, plus Lorgon has to bomb the coast and find 5. Or we're just going straight to 3. We're going straight to 3. We're gonna kill these guys because they're bomb droppers. And yes, 8 was... yeah, 8 was ladder block, kind of. Alright, there's a bomb refill for Lorgon. He's going to try for another one, and we're on our way into level 3. Now, Lorgon has 3 keys, and I think what sent Why Do You Look out of level 3 was the fact that he just didn't have enough keys, and that may have just happened again in level 2. Because unfortunately for Why Do You Look, so Lorgon had actually dug a bit more of level 4, which got him more keys going into, that was level 7, and then 7 actually let him out the door with enough keys to kind of just keep continuing on. So Brian has been able to keep up a fairly healthy key count for most of the race. But yeah, I think Why Do You Look just had to leave 2 without getting any of the items or the Triforce because there was a key door and he can't get through it. And I want to say the cheapest key I remember seeing was, what, 90 something?
Yeah, not cheap keys tonight at all, as Lorgon looks back and forth between 2 rather nasty rooms and decides which one he wants to finally go.
Alright, really good job of just kind of standing. So the Wizardrobes kind of like to loop around that block because of the diagonals in this room. So that was actually a great place for Lorgon to stand. He's like, I'm just going to hide here in the corner. Why Do You Look is going to be able to bomb this spot here in Death Mountain, find 12 more rupees. Now this is enough to at least buy a key somewhere. Lorgon finds... I don't know that we saw this on... Did we see this one on Why Do You Look side? Yes, we did. This is the transport, isn't it? Yeah, that's the transport. That's how we found out it was segmented.
And Lorgon decides he wants that transport after all, rather than spend one of his 3 keys.
Well, I mean, you really don't want to re-clear that blue Wizrobe room if you don't have to. Oh, that Dodongo was trying to troll him so hard. That Dodongo wiggled around that bomb like twice. Alright, there is the key purchase from Why Do You Look. Now, if I'm Why Do You Look, I go ahead up A, save the key. Because you don't know if you're going to need more than one. Why Do You Look's going to go ahead and go into level 5. Okay. Back into level 5, I should say.
And back out.
Yeah, I don't remember level 5 being that friendly. But if I'm Why Do You Look, I think he's taking the key back into level 3, possibly. But I would want to save the key. Because you don't know how many key doors you're going to have to get through in order to get to the ladder here in 3.
Yeah, that would be real rough to go through one key door, just find another one that stops you on the way, and you could have used that key somewhere else to make a little bit of different progress.
Yeah. Oh, there's a good bomb drop for Why Do You Look? And then maybe we're taking the any road back to Death Mountain?
Lorgon coming up empty in the segment. He's going to head back to the rest of this. He's got a map, though.
Yeah, I think this is where Why Do You Look had to turn around, because he just didn't have keys, and there was no way to Banana key that door.
And there's a key right on the other side of that door, too.
Oh, it's right there. One of the items is right there. It's the... Oh, no! Oh, game! Shame on you, game. Alright, so... If this is the ladder room, like, this is a really dirty trick from the game right now. I mean, that is just so mean.
Yeah, this single room could be the key to unlocking the entire seed here.
Yeah, that one key that Why Do You Look just didn't have and is now used to get into level 7. Those 7 did have a lot of keys on the floor. Alright, Lorgon finishes clearing this room. He doesn't get anything for his trouble.
And he is out of bombs.
Yeah. I mean, there's a very small chance that one of these rooms is going to drop us, hopefully, some bombs. But this is the Triforce, so he just has to not clear the room from direct center. Oh, thank you, Tracy. He did get the compass. That's what was in that room. We're gonna know. I know where level 1 is.
Mm-hmm.
Level 1 is the power bracelet above the fairy fountain. Or below the fairy fountain, actually. Because we've seen every other room that could count as by the desert. There's our ladder! Woo, get it and run! Alright, really good post-in usage from Why Do You Look to continue trying for the Kanana key here in this room. Now he's got to be careful. Oh man, he unfortunately didn't get it. There's the Triforce out of level 3, both items out of level 3, and a hint about where level 1 happens to be. Plus, a white sword!
Oh, Why Do You Look? Thinking about it, he does spend his one and only key that he paid a lot for.
He's gonna be able to get to the Triforce, and I think... Where was the wand in here? Because that wand would be so good for Why Do You Look right now. It was in the triple Dodongo room somewhere. There's a key! Alright, Lorgon is beelining in the direction of where level 1 is. It's underneath this power bracelet spot.
3 items up for grabs. I'm sure he's really hoping for a bow, silvers.
Yeah, we're just hoping it's all shiny things in one, and with the amount of dungeon items that we've actually already seen, there's a pretty good chance it's going to be something nice. Oh! Well, I don't know that I'd call segmented nice, but sure. And yeah, it's well, Why Do You Look is going to go back in. Lorgon is going to open up this door. He's going to have to use the key. You don't have a choice here. Well, we're gonna go buy another key. And Why Do You Look is gonna be a little bit sad. He does have a path to go. He can go through this transport staircase. Maybe one of these other rooms will drop you a key. I don't know that this one had a drop. I know Lorgon got bombs from a regular drop. And very true, JD Hull. The any key right now would definitely be a game changer in this seed for both of our runners, because now Lorgon is unfortunately out of keys.
But an interesting move. Now that he's got that ladder, he's going to take a crack at level 8. And I think that's pretty smart. Now that you're out of keys, maybe he'll find some in here.
Yeah, that would be great. And there are potentially 3, well, I mean, there are 3 items. You just don't happen to know if it's all 3 hearts or what it's going to end up being. Why Do You Look is going to bomb around here in the 7 before picking up the free bombs off the floor. And if he continues down, just keep going straight through those open doors and the bomb wall, then he should be able to get the wand off the floor. Which will be a great help for him, because that'll be his first offensive upgrade in the entire race. So that part's good. Don't use the key. Don't use the key. Don't do it. Just up an A. Go back to start. I'm pretty sure the heart was in the other section of 7. And, I mean, the heart really isn't the important thing in this dungeon. Alright. Why Do You Look is going to go looking for the floor drop, wisely choosing not to use the key, because, again, we haven't had very many of those. Lorgon is continuing to dig 8. Hey, look, we got a key back. Oh, okay. Well, we can at least clear this and see if there's a Triforce in the middle. Anyway, so there's a Triforce in the middle of the shoot room. I was actually kind of kidding, but you know. That's one of those, you look at that room and you go, yeah, the game would be this mean. It would totally be this mean.
Meanwhile, the hunt for the second item in level 7 for Why Do You Look has turned up a couple keys for him.
This is good. This is the same thing that happened with Lorgon and how he ended up with that extra amount of keys when he went into level 2 and was able to finish 2. So this is definitely good for him. All right, we just want him to find the floor heart so he can go. Be like, all right, I'm gonna go back into another level with this key and make some progression. There's the map. Yeah, that's just a straight up push block room. There's nothing in there.
Level 8 very quickly throwing up key doors all over the place.
Oh, no.
Lorgon putting out a bomb to find another path.
And yes, it's still a toad holding the number 1. Most definitely. I do appreciate that one. I'm trying to remember where the staircase heart was here for Why Do You Look? And sadly, with only 25 rupees, there's no way for him to get the bomb upgrade in here either. Well, here's our Triforce room. Let's pick this up. I mean, you might as well. The health refill's pretty nice. We've got a key that we can at least take back into level 1 and maybe get a little bit further. Or we can go back into 8. Where are we heading? This is kind of back in the direction of level 4? Yeah, we're headed back to level 4. Because it's above the waterfall. It's in the Vanilla White Sword Cave. There's another key for Why Do You Look? Come on, game. Just let him keep some keys and give us a staircase heart, please. There we go. I think. Unless that was the transport. Yeah, there we go. There's a staircase heart for Why Do You Look? Alright, so Lorgon's gonna go back into 4. I kind of like this. You have a single floor item remaining. You know that you're gonna need the Triforce from here. And it's in a really, really weird spot on the map. You've already cleared everything up until a ladder block. So coming back in here right now kind of makes sense. It's a small dungeon. The enemy set's not gonna be bad with the wand and the wood sword. We can get around that door because we've been in the room to the right already. See, I thought you were rooting for the silvers to be in level 4, Light Strife. Alright, Why Do You Look is going to take his key, I think, back to Death Mountain and possibly level 2? Nope. He's going to take it into... Oh, 3 would be the best choice here. Yeah, Lorgon's got to go up here, and then you can kind of work your way around the little, like, bumpy bits of whatever in the heck this thing is.
Mm-hmm.
Silvers are 1 of 10 key doors in 8. Uh-huh. Now, we are still looking for a floor drop in level 4, but all the rooms up until the one that Lorgon is about to enter, he cleared the first time he was in here.
And now he can get by here, but he's going to have to spend his last key to do it.
Well,
nope.
Yeah, see the game. See, it's your turn. The game heard you. Alright, there is the key usage here for Why Do You Look, and then the game's going to give him another one back. So that's actually really kind. It's be like, here, I took your keys, have another one. Now here comes the power bracelet that we know we need. So this is good. Why Do You Look? If I'm Why Do You Look, I think about clearing this room. Otherwise, I just up an A. I don't know that he's going to want to use all of those 8 bombs to clear the orange wizards. Alright, meanwhile, Lorgon is continuing to clear. We're down to only a couple of rooms here in this level 4, and yet another key door. Well, thanks, game. We appreciate the keys. It's amazing. Oh, really? Really, really, really? Please be something like silvers. That would be funny. Nope! It's the boomerang. We got the banana on the floor in the last possible room in level 4. Lurgon's gonna walk up, go through the Chevy room that was preventing us getting our Triforce before, and be out of level 4 shortly. Actually, I think the Triforce is the Chevy room. Yep. Meanwhile, Why Do You Look is going to get the hint about Aquamentus being near the desert, having already picked up that power bracelet, and if he continues going north, he'll see the ladder sitting on the floor. He's just going to use the key. You know the ladder's in here, so this key usage is really good. Grab that ladder, grab the Triforce, get the heck out of this level 3, as Lorgon's going to pick up the Triforce out of 4 at the same time. Why Do You Look picks up the Triforce out of 3.
Still a very tight race.
Yeah, this could still be, you know, anything. The thing is both of our runners are now, sadly, almost out of keys. Lorgon has a single key left. He does have 117 rupees, so he could buy one if he needs to. But he's wisely going to go check. He didn't get the hint about White Sword being under the power bracelet, but, you know, he might end up finding the White Sword. And Lorgon also has a couple of secrets all over his map that he didn't pick up earlier that we haven't really needed because they got the red ring so early and free. Oh, hello, White Sword. I don't mind if I do. Alright, Lorgon is headed over in the direction of the coast. I don't know if he's been over here yet. Why Do You Look is going to go back into level 4 again. You know that this is ladder blocked, so this makes perfect sense. It's also, again, in a really dumb spot as far as routing. Get it done, get it taken care of, and then go back to some of these other levels that you need to finish. Lorgon's going to find level 5. So let me see. We saw a floor heart in 5, but other than that, not a whole heck of a lot. We've already seen both boomerangs. We know that the recorder and the bow cannot be in level 9. And it's very true that a lot of Lorgon's advantage came from getting the wand so much earlier, but the thing is it also coincidentally came from digging a few more rooms in a couple of these levels that Why Do You Look wasn't able to do. Because that got you the keys in a seed that has not been very kind in giving us those things. Brian's going to use some bombs to take out that cluster of gorillas in the moat room. Map. Oh, this looks like some sort of tank.
It's like a battering ram.
Yeah, like if somebody shoved a battering ram on the front of the tank. But yeah, this White Sword wand bomb combo is going to make a catapult. I love that one. Is going to make clearing this level 5 so much faster. Well, I mean, Captain Presto, this is almost a cartoon. Like, this is pretty darn close.
I mean,
right.
The 80s cartoon was my first exposure to Zelda.
Oh no. At least it's not the the CDI games.
No, I'm saving those for a special point in my life.
A special point? I'm a little worried as to what that point's gonna be, but okay.
Just day one of retirement, years down the road.
Yay! Alright, here you go. Why Do You Look is on his way. Again, this wand is just gonna speed him up ever so much. He's up to 2 keys. This is amazing. He's up to 3 keys. We're just gonna have to use one here, and then I think he's gonna end up having to use, he's going to have to use a key to get into the final room where the item is waiting. But at this point in the game, you're still missing bow, you're still missing silvers, you're missing an any key. That's a lot of things that can make your life a lot easier.
There's that floor heart in 5 for Lorgon. He's now at the bare minimum range of magical sword.
Alright, I like the fact that he went ahead and used the key. It's a little risky, but he does have 194 rupees, so he can buy some more. However, it does kind of mean that we're going to have to leave 5. Alright, Why do you look is on his way towards that lovely and wonderful banana that is just sitting on the floor waiting for him. Oh, actually, if I'm Lorgon, I'm taking the transport staircase. I like this plan. I wholeheartedly approve of this plan. Because you know what? You've seen pretty much everything else in 5. That should take you to the other side of that key door. There is the banana. Oh no. Hopefully Why Do You Look saw it before he picked it up, or he might be a little confused about what the floor item in 5 was. There's the Triforce out of 5 for Lorgon, because unfortunately it took us to the other side of a key door, just not the one we were hoping for. Lorgon's gonna go ahead, continue bombing down along the coast. This was a... Oh my gosh, there's the cheap key.
And he's going in for another.
Yeah, you got the money, do it. You got the money, there's nothing else you need to buy. You have a potion, you have arrows already. Why Do You Look is gonna get his Triforce, and he's on his way out of level 4. I mean, this makes perfect sense to me. I would totally do that. I like the fact that Lorgon then went ahead and saved both of those keys. So we still haven't seen the staircase item in 5, but we can now save the keys and go back into level 1 and see what some of those items are, and then decide if, you know, is it going to be worth leaving those keys in level 1.
Not that many items left to find, so all of them at least of some value. At this point, I think only the book is maybe something our runners aren't eager to find.
I mean, yeah, it's going to make us shoot fire out of the wand, but it's a Shapes 9, and we could have the map the moment we walk in the door.
Very
Hey, white sword for Why Do You Look? Alright, Lorgon's already he's going, alright, I cleared this room. Let's see if they drop me a heart or some money, because we just spent a lot of money on keys. We could have spent on that bomb upgrade. Meanwhile, Why Do You Look is headed into level 5. He has 2 keys, so he might actually be able to get a little bit further than Lorgon could in here. Got the transport staircase. Alright, we got a very visible bomb wall and lots of bombs. He's gonna farm the Zols for money.
He's already thinking ahead to his next key purchase.
Mm-hmm. Totally. I mean, totally, because we only have 1 key left for Lorgon. 2 keys for Why Do You Look. This will get him the map, I do believe. This was the map room.
There's a Triforce, but Lorgon presses on.
There's our book! Take it. You take it. You've got a red ring, and when you have full health, you have a gazillion hearts. That book is worth its weight in gold just for having that map of level 9 the moment you get in there. Plus, we still haven't, I don't think, seen a map of 8. And we have to go back into 6. There's the compass. We don't really care enough. We've already seen the Triforce. We don't need it. There's the compass for Why Do You Look. There's a key replacement. Thank you, game. We'll grab that before we go through the key door. And answer a question in chat. Yes, in this flag set, book is an atlas. It's going to give you the map of every single one of these shapes levels from the moment you walk in the door. And it really is invaluable, especially if you end up playing Find the Magic Bomb Wall. Heart on the floor in 1. We're going to pick up the key. We're going to use it because we kind of have to. This could be what we're looking for. Or at the very least, something you clear, because this room in level 1 can have a floor drop. It's the only level it can have a floor drop in. Alright, let's see what our item is here in level 1. Is it going to be something really, really good, or is it going to be a red candle?
Or another heart.
I mean, another heart would give us a really good shot at picking up mags.
Exactly. So pretty much everything is great here.
Good job. All right, so this leaves us with a couple of interesting options at 1 hour and 14 minutes into the seed. We have the staircase item in 5, both items in 6, and 3 items in level 8.
I mean, the math alone says head to 8.
Plus, we need the Triforce from there. We also still need the Triforce from level 6. So, I mean, as long as it doesn't end up being like a required double dip of 5, which we're probably about to find out here on Why Do You Look's side, because he can actually use the key to get through that room that Lorgon can't, unless there was another key door I don't remember. Yeah, he got pulled back to start. It's okay, though. He's just gotta, it's a very small level. Just walk right back through it. There's the Triforce out of 1 for Lorgon. He got the door open. Don't stand. So, okay, if you're doing Wallmaster, stand a little bit further away from the corner.
Especially with those bubbles ready to knock you into one of them.
We've got a key on the floor. We got a room full of snakes. You clear this because it's easy and it could have a key. It didn't, but we got some money to buy a key with. And we're getting closer to where this item has to be. There we go. Just push the block. Okay. That works. And it's a heart, double heart 5. So our options, it's the lesser of 2 evils, I guess at this point. It's 2 items in 6, 3 items in 8. At least if you're Why Do You Look. For Lorgon, he still has the remaining item in level 5. This is fun. Alright, meanwhile, Lorgon is, where are we going? We're going to a store? Bomb dropper screen, but... Oh, magical sword. I forgot. Oh. Game.
All those hearts and still won't give up mags.
I know. This is where Shaddy would be making a joke about filing an error report. But alright. Lorgon, if he hangs a left, is going to 6. If he hangs a right, he's going to 8. Looks like he's going to go into level 6. Yeah, true trails, but there are 3 potential items in level 8. I mean, it's going to be interesting to see which one of these 2 levels gets the bow. And here's the funny part. One of those 2 levels also has to have the recorder, because the recorder cannot be in level 9.
Lorgon might be thinking that he's behind and he needs to gamble on just needing to duck into 6 to find everything he needs before he goes to 9.
Yeah, I mean, it's yes. I mean, it might be a gamble. See, this is one of the reasons why I don't leave the race room open, though, is because I don't want to know. I really don't want to know, because I don't want to be looking at the race room and going, why aren't they done yet? Why aren't they done yet? Why aren't they done yet? Oh, look, it's segmented! This is fantastic. It looks like Cubone. And if anybody's wondering about the pause, right now Lorgon is drawing out the map of level 6 in his tracker.
He is blanking out all those empty rooms.
And oddly enough, this isn't a large 6. Once you actually put these together... Oh, it's Wizrobes. I think we knew it was Wizrobes, but we had just blanked this from our memory. Red ring definitely coming in handy because he's getting bopped so much by the bubbles. Hey, there's the red candle! Alright.
I'd forgotten the red candle was there. Because I see the blue candle, and I'm like, oh, there's no item. Oh, no, there absolutely is.
Yeah. To answer a question in chat, no, we did not get a hint about bow or silvers. The hints that we got tonight that were really, really useful was that one was under a power bracelet location, and that the ladder was in level 3, surrounded by Wizrobes.
Now, the real question for Lorgon is, if he finds a bow in level 6, is he going to go straight to 9 afterwards and hope the silvers are there?
I don't know. I mean, I would want to. Alright, so he's going to make sure that that's his transport staircase. I would clear that from the door just to see if it's your Triforce. Yeah, just make sure it's not your Triforce. At worst, it's nothing. At best, it's your Triforce or a key. Or it's a fiver, and you might need to buy a key with it. Meanwhile, whydoyoulook is on his way through level 1. He's gonna bomb up and find, I think, the heart. And then you go down and you find the other heart. Alright, well, you know, as far as transport staircases go, Aqua Cactus, good job, Smile, Fires, and Chris. But as transport staircase locations, when you get into the other side go, this is actually pretty good. There will be another set of transport staircases here in level 6, because when you do get a fully segmented level, you get an extra staircase to make up for the fact that you're segmented. But you're all the way over to the one side, so at the very least you just keep clearing and you can't go anymore, and then you find the other transport staircase.
Lorgon making very good use of these bombs, hitting 2 or 3 blue Wizrobes at a time.
Yeah, this is really good. The red ring is completely paying off here, because he's able to just kind of stand there and get the positioning exactly right, so you wouldn't really be able to do that with green tunic. Oh, look, we were ladder blocked in 6. Alright, wisely clears the room from the other side of the Chevy. We're gonna find a free key just sitting on the floor, as whydoyoulook is about to find his second heart here in level 1. Alright, there's the heart for whydoyoulook. He's gonna go around, pick up his Triforce. Now, with that one key, this is a hard call for whydoyoulook. He's got 83 rupees. If he tracks the key stores, he's gonna know that the cheap key is next to him. But he might actually need to use a key to get to the Triforce, and he still needs to get stuff out of level 2. I believe, because he still needs the Triforce in there, and that was another key door. Oh, careful, Lorgon, you got a potion. Alright, Lorgon's gonna go ahead, wisely use the potion. So whydoyoulook right now, if he can get into that Triforce room without having to expend his last key, that would be really, really good for him, because he's gonna need at least one more to get the Triforce out of 2. Yeah, we can go south here. So this should be good. whydoyoulook should be able to leave this level with 1 key, and if he tracked the cheap key store, he will know that the 80 rupee key is directly next to him right now. Oh no, he's in 1. It's down on the coast. See, we're moving so fast, I forgot where we were. Meanwhile, Lorgon finds a potential push block room here in level 6. Sure, okay, I can see that, Trails. I was saying it was Cubone, but yeah. We got the Triforce out of 1 for whydoyoulook. He's got both hearts and the book.
And just another transport stair in 6.
Yeah, we knew it had to be here somewhere. Though I'd be curious to see exactly where it goes. Alright, whydoyoulook is deciding where he's going. I don't hate the fact that he's headed towards level 8 since it's next door, and may actually give us a couple more keys for our trouble. Oh, look at the shape. This is one of the old guys, the hecklers from the Muppets. It's either Waldorf or Stadler. I don't quite remember which one had the longer nose of the two. Alright, Lorgon's got to use a key here in level 6 to get to the top left side. Okay, apparently chat's mentioning that Lorgon already saw the other side of the transport staircase while I was watching something on whydoyoulook's side. Okay, sorry, Jen Brad. Not all the time does it completely make sense, but to me, the two rooms that are sticking out under the dash in the 8, that's his nose, and he's like, it's a side profile, and he's looking to the left. Alright, Lorgon is continuing to clear here in level 6. We already saw the red candle on the floor. We haven't found the compass or the, we haven't found the compass or the Triforce. And no worries, so am I.
Lorgon has to spend another key and
Ooh.
may have to spend yet another.
This is a hard call. I don't know that we've been to the two rooms to the right, so I would bomb those first.
And the worst part is, Lorgon left 2 more rooms behind a key door on the east part of this segment.
Yeah. Oh, there's at least one more key. This is good. Alright, this gets us access to this one room. Which is the compass. That's amazing. That tells us we need the key back in the other side of the segment. Oh, we're gonna go use that key first. Which, oh, thank goodness for Bubbles. This is the only time you'll ever hear me say the words, thank goodness for Bubbles. Since Lorgon hasn't left the dungeon and he finished clearing that Wizrobe room, that room will not respawn as long as he stays in the dungeon. Alright, we gotta kill that guy, but we have a wand, a white sword, bombs. We can just kill him. We're good. Alright, pick up the fiver in case we need to buy more keys. And let's see what Why Do You Look is found over on his side of the screen. And yeah, this is a super room. Don't die, get the potion ready! Oh, hit the button! No!
Oh, you could hear him smashing the B button as quickly as he could after he unpaused, but it wasn't.
Well, here's the thing. You're just hoping the potion fill doesn't take effect right now. Because every so often, if you're trying to hit a potion when you die, the potion refill effect goes off the moment you respawn in the lobby of the dungeon, and you're like, really? Alright, was that the transport staircase on Why Do You Look side? I know it wasn't a bow, or chat would be going crazy. Because this is about to tell us if Lorgon, he still has 1 item outstanding in 5. But this is about to tell us if Lorgon has to go back into 8 or not. Okay, good bomb usage. He was trying to kite the Wizrobe into the second one, but the guy just was not cooperating. He's going to take him out. Let's see what the item is here in 6. No, well, we take that. We take that. We are very happy to see that. I mean, not as happy as if it was a bow. And now we know that the bow is in fact in level 8. But Lorgon's got the any key, so that's useful.
You know, honestly, I think I like that any key even better than the bow or silvers at this point, because now there really is nothing that's going to slow Lorgon down.
Did you just see what Why Do You Look picked up off the floor in level 8? So it's a really good thing we have to go dig level 8. So the items in 8 are, in fact, bow, silvers, and recorder. But here's the problem for Lorgon right now. He still has 1 item outstanding in level 5. Do we go back into level 5 before we go back into level 8? That was the silver arrows on the floor of level 8 Pedantic Potato. And since important items in 9, that means that the 2 remaining items in level 8 are the bow and the recorder.
I think Lorgon's heard me lament the many times that I've said bow and or silvers end up in 8 in this flag set quite often, so...
And yeah, to answer a question in chat, yes. Lorgon has checked at this amount of hearts, and unfortunately the game said no. And then we told the game we should file an error report. Nice clock here for Why Do You Look. He's trying to kill the Dark Nuts in order to get that shutter door open. Now, if I'm Lorgon, I almost clear those orange darkness to get some more bombs back. Oh, well, there's some bombs. Never mind. Alright. We're gonna go ahead and bomb some dark nuts. No, we're gonna go through this. Well, that's kind of amusing because, yes, as a matter of fact, we had to go over 2 ladder blocks to get to the boomerang in level 4. And we'll see, Banana Potato. We did have an instant Ganon from the first room of level 9, but there's no guarantee that we can just walk up, go right or left, and be able to bomb down into Ganon's room. Dun dun dun. Alright. Here we go. Lorgon's working his way through. Why Do You Look is going to get another key out of this Stalfo, not Stalfo, Skibdo. Alright, now here's actually the kind of helpful thing for Lorgon. Oh, really? That would be funny if that's the Triforce. It's not, but it would have been amusing. So here's the helpful thing for Lorgon. You know that the bow is in here. You don't know if it's a staircase item, which we know it's a staircase item. But if you're Lorgon, you don't know. So you're going to be clearing some of these rooms that could have floor drops, which should, hopefully, if he gets into that area, get him the silvers. Because the silvers were free, and we have yet to see either staircase item here in this level 8.
An interesting scenario from chat. What if he finds the bow first and says that the rest of this 8 is not worth the trouble?
I think it depends upon if he's found the compass first. Though, I don't remember seeing this room on Why Do You Look side, but I was distracted on Lorgon's side, so... This could be the transport staircase. Nope, it's the recorder. But yes, if Lorgon for some reason finds the compass and finds the bow, and then decides he's leaving level 8, that would give Why Do You Look a bit of a window to get back into this race. But Why Do You Look still needs to go into level 6 and get the Triforce there, and he's got to go all the way back to Death Mountain and get the Triforce out of level 2. Not that it was hard. Hey, we found it! There's a bow. So in the time that takes, Lorgon could go into 9, discover that he's actually Ganon blocked, which is where you can't get any further in 9. You know, it's definitely... Oh yeah, he does have the Triforce. I forgot. Thank you, Freedom Fighter. It's been a long race and it's been a long day, so... He's actually in the area of the silvers, right there. And he knows the bow's gotta be in here. Yeah, nothing like getting up at, you know, silly early hours of the morning. Lorgon's already finished 5. He doesn't know about the item in 5, but if I had to guess, I would rather go to the dungeon that has 3 potential items as opposed to the item that there's a single solitary one. So... in mathematical terms, Lorgon made the correct choice, and we know in reality he made the right choice, and I don't see him leaving level 8 without finding the bow. This is the transport staircase. Alright, Why Do You Look has got his Triforce out of level 8. He needs to go back to level 6 and level 2. But yeah, there's no way Lorgon is leaving without finding the items here in 8. Because again, mathematically, this is the choice. You just gotta not die to these guys.
Yeah, he's gonna be done here in 8 with everything he needs and head straight to 9 after this. Why Do You Look could make a very quick way through 2 and 6 and be not far behind.
Yeah, he's choosing to go to level 2 first, which I actually really appreciate because 2 is the smaller dungeon. It was a bit faster. I mean, it's a little bit of a wiggly path, but, you know, it wasn't terrible. Triforce in 6, I'm trying to remember exactly where that was. Alright, guys, there's the bow for Lorgon 111. We're about to see an up and A incoming, and then he is on his way into level 9. Probably a save, actually. 9's closer to their start screen. And yeah, level 2 was double hearts. I think Why Do You Look saw at least one of them? Yes, Banana Potato. Lorgon got silvers. It's kind of, it's a very convoluted path, but you had to go through the silvers room to get over towards the bow room from, like, the transport stair. There's the Triforce for Why Do You Look out of level 2, and Lorgon's on his way into 9. He's going to buy a potion. Now, guys, I will mention, Lorgon does play without the game music on, so we'll have game audio, but we're not going to have music.
Unless, of course, CD decides to hum the tune for us.
I don't wish to deafen our audience. Plus, we're gonna hear Ganon right now. Ooh, look at this shape. This is, uh-oh. This is great. Alright, so what are we looking for here in level 9, Nick?
Well, we've already heard the roar, which indicates that Ganon is one of those 2 rooms that's to the side of our entrance lobby, and then we're looking for a shutter door that remains closed even after clearing all the enemies out of the room. That is, until Ganon has been taken care of, and then that shutter door will pop right open and lead to our captured Princess Zelda.
Oh, I like Billick's call, saying, oh, Ganon's on the other side. We need either a bomb wall or a transport staircase. But yeah, remember when we were joking around about you can't always get directly to Ganon? This is what we mean, and unfortunately, we still can't pick up the magical sword, but Why Do You Look hadn't tried yet. So he's going to go ahead up A and head back into level 6 to get his last Triforce. Yeah, now, if Lorgon can bomb left... I think, did he try bombing left?
I think he did.
Alright, because you're kind of, you know that Ganon is going to be on either side of the entry room. So if any of the rooms in this first, like, column lets you get further over into the left, and then you can work your way down, that's actually really, really good for you. But if you can't, and apparently he did try bombing, you're going to take any transport staircase you find in hopes that it does the same thing. Why Do You Look is going to go ahead, enter level 6. Now, here's the thing for Why Do You Look. He's no longer looking for items. He's going to find a bomb wall that Lorgon did not find, and if he continues straight and finishes this other room, Why Do You Look's going to be in 9 really quickly. Oh, this is exactly what Lorgon wanted to see. Because right now, if this bombs, yeah, there we go. And apparently Zelda may have been right there. Alright, Lorgon has a potion. He's got a red ring. He's got the white sword. And oh, poor Billick has to clear this evil Wizrobe room.
Wisely popping one of those potions as he is about to enter the room, so he doesn't have to puddle around with that. Ganon in his own room tonight.
Yeah, see, this is nice, because it usually means that you're going to get a nice Ganon spawn. It's not going to be a moat room where he's off-center. Why Do You Look is gonna look at the item, be like, oh, I want this, that's an any key. And he's gonna get him. There we go, we got the stun lock. Just hold on to it, Brian. Oh, stop it, Ganon. Alright, Ganon is down. All right, and now we're just gonna walk. We're gonna walk a couple of rooms to the north, and we're going to find our princess again. And Potato, there are times I swear where Lorgon just likes doing the opposite of what I say. We've been friends for a very long time. Let's get some GGs in chat, guys, for Dr. Brian Lorgon 111, finishing with a race time of 1 hour 38 minutes and 49 seconds.
Meanwhile, Why Do You Look picking up a potion as well before heading into 9. It shouldn't take him too long to finish this out. It was a fairly straightforward path as long as you didn't take too many staircases that you didn't need to take.
Well, I'm trying to remember how many staircases we saw before we got to that section of level 9, and I don't remember there being that many. Welcome and GG's to Lorgon.
Thank you.
So, how about that level 8, Brian?
It was good. Are you getting audio feedback on my end?
No, we've already switched back over to Why Do You Look's audio. You're good.
Oh, okay, great. So first off, how about that 9? It was really, really nice.
Yeah, it doesn't get much nicer than that, and I'm sure you were simultaneously relieved to hear Ganon in the doorway, but at the same time thinking, oh, is it going to send me through 5 staircases before I can actually reach him?
I mean, I'd heard Ganon, when I found it like an hour ago or whatever, and so I'd already marked that it could be a quick 9. And then I was drawing the map when I first walked in, because I was like, it still could be a huge thing for Zelda or whatever. And then I completely forgot that I'd heard him at the entrance, and so I started walking through other rooms. I was like, wait a minute, I need to check the entrance. But oh my gosh, the keys in that seed. I was really struggling with keys.
You have no idea. So we didn't realize it until Sassy mentioned it in chat. Did you apparently forget to mark the wand, or that you had picked up the wand?
Yes, that's exactly what happened in 7. So I took the scenic tour.
And got
I was so
keys.
excited about the wand at the Dodongo room. I was like, oh, great. And then I used it once, and then I forgot about it for the next 5 minutes. And I was like, there's another item here in 7. 7's on Forgotten Spot or somewhere really far away. I don't want to have to come back here. I want to get it before I clear the dungeon. And then at some point I was cycling through my items and I saw a wand, and I was like, wait a minute, I have a wand?
Yeah, I thought that you couldn't get to the Triforce, but again, I missed things. But oddly enough, so those extra rooms that you did in 7 are what gave you the key advantage early on.
Oh, wow.
Oddly enough, because you had dug some rooms in 4, and that gave you a couple of keys to be able to even get into 7. And then it was those extra rooms, because a couple of them just kept dropping keys. You left 7 with, I think, 4 keys.
I see. And the bomb upgrade, which is also nice.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
that ended up being a very happy accident, it sounds like.
Yes. You also did have the wand earlier, which was letting you clear a lot of these rooms a lot easier than Why Do You Look, who didn't find it on his first dip into level 7.
But boy, did I take the scenic route of 6.
Well, I mean, you didn't know. Oddly enough, that first wall to go into the manhandle room does bomb. That's how Why Do You Look ended up going into 6.
Oh, to avoid the whiz robes in the first room.
Yes.
Oh, wow. I didn't even occur to me. But yeah, the fact that also the any key was there, I was like, oh my gosh. When I was heading to 9, I was like, do I want to stop at the ferry? And I was like, no, I can buy a potion. That'll be quicker. Because I was worried. 6, I spent too much time in. 7, I thought I spent too much time in, but it turned out to be a blessing. But I kind of did not do kind of optimal routing on the overworld, it felt like, in this one, and it was already an hour 40 or whatever it was, and so I was worried.
I think the only overworld, not necessarily gaff, but you found the any road first, and Why Do You Look went straight to that bottom cave, because you guys both had me a little bit confused. It's like, okay, we're going this way, completely in the opposite direction of any of these open caves. But then you kind of you both went south, and I was like, oh, are we going backwards up the coast? So Why Do You Look went all the way down, and he found the wood sword, but you found the any roads, and one of the any roads, I don't remember if you up and 8 or if it just took you all the way back to the top half of that map. So you ended up finding that wood sword a little bit later, which just kind of delayed it a little bit. But I don't know that I'd call that a gaff. I think it was if you had found something other than the blue boomerang underneath the Armos, it could have again been a very happy accident. Why Do You Look found the path and great. The compass.
Oh yeah, so he's almost there. That's great.
Yeah, this ended up being a lot closer than it looked like it was going to be for a while.
Yeah, I was really let's go ahead and watch this Ganon fight. But oh, I remember what I was going to say. The magic boomerang. A boomerang at the start is a nice item, but the magic boomerang constantly in the dungeons, I was like, I hope I don't accidentally pick up the wooden boomerang and not notice and mismark.
Yeah, that happened to Why Do You Look in 4, because he cleared the Chevy room from the middle of the Chevy.
Right, I specifically stood, it had Zoles, I specifically stood on the right-hand side so I could watch.
Yes, yeah, I actually commented on that. But here we go, guys. Why Do You Look is going to walk a couple of rooms to the north, walk through the key, which is the bane of our existence. This entire seed has been keys. Pretty much resource management the entire time.
I think I bought 2 keys, and when I found the any key, I had 2 keys, and so yeah, I'm not sure if I absolutely needed to buy them, but oh my goodness. GG's.
But all right, guys, let's get some GGs in chat for Why Do You Look, finishing with an official race time of 1 hour, 44 minutes, and 34 seconds.
Yeah, definitely a very tight race tonight, especially when you take into account all these extra steps you had to take to find your levels, very deep digs in several dungeons to locate the Triforces and other things you needed. So, good job to both you guys tonight.
Yeah, and then I just, so chat was like, do you think if Brian or if Lorgon finds the bow before finding the silvers, if you were going to leave 8? And I'm just like, well, it's a possibility, but Why Do You Look at that point still had to go back to level 6 and 2 to get the Triforces out. So I was like, yeah, he might have time to get back in there. It looks like we're going to be joined here by Why Do You Look in just a second.
And yeah, I definitely wasn't leaving 8 without the bow, but there was still a basement in 5 that I'd never found, but with 3 items in 8, I was definitely going there first.
Yeah.
And I kind of like cleared almost all of Dungeon 6 and all of Dungeon 7, and so I was like, I'm just going to probably just clear 8 regardless, until I find at least the bow and possibly the silvers.
Welcome in GG's to Why Do You Look?
Well, thank you very much.
So, how about after this lovely run around of a seed where it gives you absolutely no keys, how about that level 9?
That was a pretty quick level 9. Like, I was happy with it.
Yeah,
I was a little sad to see Lorgon was done by the time I had just got the 8th Triforce.
You found a much more direct route to the Triforce in 6 than Lorgon did.
I took the scenic route. If you want to know what all of 6 looks like, I can tell you all about it.
I mean, it was a really interesting shape. That's definitely for sure. And we saw 2 sets of transport staircases and red candle. And
well, I hope you found the any key a lot sooner than I did.
Comms? 6 was my last dungeon, and so I got it at 1 hour and 27 minutes.
So what really, and this is just the randomizer being a randomizer, but what really kind of set Lorgon ahead was he managed to pull the wand out of 7 his first time in there, and then he dug a couple of rooms extra in 4 after getting, and I mean, hey guys, how about that red ring? Very free, huh?
Yeah.
Like, really free. So he had a couple of keys in 4, which let him get into 7. Or not 7. Yeah, it was 7, later on. So the thing was, is Lorgon found the wand in 7. I reversed the order, I'm sorry, it's been a long day. He finds the wand in 7, and keeps digging 7, but he had kind of forgotten that he had picked up the wand.
Yeah, I just forgot I had the wand, and so I thought there was another item in there.
So he just kept clearing, and 7, there was like a string of rooms in the top that just kept giving you keys. So in a way, it was a very happy accident, as Bob Ross would say, because he was able to take those keys from 7 and go into some of these other levels and find the other things that he needed in order to make progression. Just because he cleared a couple of extra rooms in a level because he forgot he found a wand on the floor.
That would have been nice. I think I ended up buying keys and trying to farm rupees for that.
I still bought 2 keys.
Yeah, he still took advantage of it. He came out of 5 because he ran out of keys, and he hadn't bombed the rest of the coast yet. Bombs the next cave, and that is the cheap key store at 80 rupees.
I think it was 82, but
yeah.
I knew I was still looking for the cheap key store. The only key stores I'd found were like up in the forest, kind of near up the Armos, and I was like, since I'm right here, let's just go ahead and do it. And sure enough, it was keys, and I was like, yes, this is what I wanted.
Yeah, it was like, that was pretty handy. That was really convenient. But yeah, for the longest time, it was incredibly close. You had bought the hints earlier, Why Do You Look? So you had the hint about the ladder being in 3.
Yep.
However, 3 was key
Oh,
blocks.
did you have to double dip 4, or were you able to do that in one go?
Oh, I double dipped a lot of stuff.
Okay. Because I went to
And
4
4 was
before I had the
definitely one of
ladder,
them.
and I mean, it was nice to pull a red ring out of there, but I was like, no, I have to go back, and it's at the Lost Hills, and
Yeah, it was definitely a thing. So why do you look? Pretty much gets the hint and then tries to go back in and dig 3. And unfortunately, you get to the point where you're a couple of rooms, I think, south of the Triforce, and there was a key door, and there's no keys because, again, you know, the game, like, for the most part, this seed was just not giving up keys except for those random rooms in 7 and a couple of rooms in 4, and the any key in 6. But like, this was not a very key friendly seed. So why do you look was trying his darndest to get that ladder out of level 3, and it turns out that 2 required items ended up being in that lovely Wizrobe infested level 3. The power bracelet, which you guys didn't know you needed for an actual level, but why do you look, had also gotten a hint about the white sword being needing a feat of strength to get the white sword. So why do you look already knew that the white sword was going to be under the power bracelet.
That would have been helpful.
Yeah, especially since the game was not giving you max at all.
Yeah, I got the white sword a little bit late. I got it around like an hour and 5 minutes or so. As I was clearing my way and like on the way to discover where 5 was. But with the wand and the wood sword, like I was doing good enough, but I definitely would have liked to have had the white sword for both the double taps and just to finish off Dark Nuts quicker, and obviously the Wizrobes.
Oh, same.
Well, I mean, the double tap still technically works with the wood sword. It's just not as nice.
Yeah, and it just, I mean, it's, you know, it's 3 damage, doesn't kill a Dark Nut, and 4 does. 3 damage doesn't kill a Vire, and 4 does. And so, White Sword plus Wand is just a whole lot better.
Yeah, exactly. It's really, really nice. And then we were debating when we saw the book in 1, we're like, do we think... I was pretty sure you guys would pick it up. Because I'm like, that's the maps. That's the maps for all these levels that we have to finish going into. Just to be able to, like, get to walk in that door of that level 9... see the map and know that you were going to have to find a magic staircase to get around to Ganon after that wall didn't bomb open. It was pretty handy.
And the maps also to be able to find the bomb walls, because we definitely didn't have keys, so you're gonna have to bomb around a whole lot anyway.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, so that was definitely a seed. That was a good one. But I'll go ahead. Lorgon, this means you move on to 2 wins and 1 loss. Why do you look? This ties you with Pretty Dragon's record of 1 win and... Oh no, I'm sorry. My apologies. I believe this sends you down into the last chance qualifier?
Yep.
Sorry, I'm bad at math.
No worries.
I actually pretended to do math earlier, and I was like, it's only because this is Brian's race. Because I tend to just... I leave the math for everybody else. But yeah, so you still have a chance to make it into the brackets. But I'll go ahead and ask if you guys have, and I think, Brian, this means that you move on automatically.
Yes, I believe so.
Okay. But yeah, so any final thoughts about this seed? Anything you're really hoping for in, the last chance qualifier or anything like that?
I'm looking forward to being able to watch the last chance qualifier now, because I think it will be fun to watch, so that'll be cool.
Honestly, I'm just hoping for the last chance qualifier that it's that I don't make all the wrong decisions like I have in some of my past races where you just go absolutely the wrong way. You know, Ganon's one room over to your right and you go straight up and you completely miss him. You clear all of 9 and you spend 20 minutes extra.
We've kind of... I mean, I have to say, as far as tonight, though, you were making the best choices you possibly could make.
Oh yeah, I'm happy with my choices.
This was a great race from the 2 of you guys, and this was
I look forward to watching it back.
This was well. At one point, I said that you would probably. So I was telling you not to drop the stun lock on Ganon and Potato.
That was my best Ganon ever, by the way.
Good job. And Botanic Potato was like, "Don't you dare disobey CD." And I was like, "Oh no, Botanic Potato. We've been friends for a really long time. I'm pretty sure if I told him to do something, he might do the opposite." But yeah, it was a very good Ganon fight from both of you, actually. But yeah, so sorry, I got distracted there. But yeah, so anyway, I just want to thank both of you guys for a really great race. I definitely want to thank Pedanic Potato for doing our tracking in the background, Smile Fires for being the most awesome setup guy today, and for Nick Has a Game for hanging out and doing comms with me.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure. Thank you so much, CD. And don't go away. There's a lot more Z1R race action coming tonight. We actually have 3 races starting at the top of the hour, 10 p.m. Eastern. Over on Speed Gaming 2, we're going to have Ursine versus Brewers Fan in a race there. Speed Gaming 4, we'll have Ganon's Gone Wild against Special K. And stay tuned here on Speed Gaming Prime. We have a very special race coming up. It's the finals of the Rattlemania 4 Battle Royale, a 3-way race that's going to have 3 runners who have seen a seed before and had a week to practice it, and they'll be speed running to try and complete that seed in as fast a time as possible. If you haven't seen routing before, tonight's your chance to catch it.
It is a lot of fun, and some of these seeds, it's amazing exactly how fast they can finish them. But all right, guys, with that, I'll say have a great night, and we'll see you later.
Good night, everybody.